I got trashed in Malaysia. Let's talk about it.
Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day and say to yourself, it's not over until I win.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another update in the contest prep series. We're currently 7 weeks out to the Japan Pro qualifiers and about 4 weeks out to the Dream Aesthetic National Show. Now, before I get into today's topic, let's discuss check-ins. So on the screen right now, this is my physique. Not much of a difference compared to last week, and so we're not moving fast enough. And therefore, the coach has decided to lower my calories further. So right now, on my training days, I'm consuming 2,765 calories, and on my non-training days, I'm consuming 2,494 calories. My step count is still the same at 10,000 steps excluding cardio, and I'm doing 30 minutes of fasted cardio every single morning on top of that. Alright, now that check-ins are out of the way, let's talk about Malaysia. Yes, so if you recall, I just did the Malaysia Regionals in Johor Bahru and I got absolutely trashed. Well, to be honest, I kind of expected it because I knew that I was not nearly as ready as I could have been. You know, the fact is we're still 7 weeks out to the show. But that said, despite having the proper structure, I was definitely not conditioned enough, and so therefore I placed 5th out of 6 people in my category. Well, at least I'm not last, right? The judging was fair. I think my position was well deserved, and all the other athletes were judged fairly as well, so I've got no qualms about it. The show was run pretty smoothly. There were a couple of delays here and there, but other than that, all went well. I think it was a blessing that I competed in this particular regionals rather than wait for a regional show that's closer to the pro qualifiers. Why? That's a good question, because that tells me exactly what I need to work on and how much work I still have to put in terms of conditioning. Did I feel defeated? Well, slightly. You know, nobody likes to lose, right? But as a matter of fact, I did feel more resolute than anything else. And so therefore it comes to the topic of the day, which is the 47 Ronin Challenge. Yes, I know it's quite a cringy name, but I decided it's quite fitting because as of the beginning of this challenge, there was 47 days left to the Japan Pro qualifiers, and I thought 47 Ronin, that sounds pretty cool. So let's call it the 47 Ronin Challenge. This challenge is about structure, it is about routine on steroids. Yes, I mean absolute military lifestyle. That means every single activity that I do in the day is all accounted for to the minute, and I know exactly what I'm doing every single minute of every single day leading up to the show. So here are the rules of the 47 Ronin Challenge. Number 1, I need to weigh out every single seasoning that I'm using other than salt, because I already measure out salt in my meals. My limit is 1 serving of extra seasoning per meal. Rule number 2, I am sleeping and waking up at the exact same time every single day, and that is 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. This gives me 9 hours of uninterrupted rest, and that is quite a long time. Rule number 3, I need to have my exact routine planned out to the T. That means every single activity, from what time I eat to what time I'm doing cardio, what time I'm doing posing practice, training, work outside of bodybuilding, you name it, every single thing is planned out to the minute. Rule number 4, always choose to lean into the hard stuff, no matter how small the task is. If there is an option to choose between the lift and the stairs, I will take the stairs. Rule number 5, when it's time to rest, it's time to rest. Any sort of craving is a signal to rest, not a signal to eat. Yes, I'm having cravings, as do a lot of bodybuilders when we are this close to the show. We're human beings at the end of the day, and we're not immune to it. But what separates the great people from the average is not the absence of cravings, but the ability to overcome it. Rule number 6, I'm replacing my nut butter with olive oil. Yes, because nut butter is a trigger food for me, which increases my craving, and so I'm going to replace it with an alternative fat source, that is olive oil, because frankly speaking, I highly doubt I'll be craving more olive oil. And finally, rule number 7, which is what I call the Ronin rule. Never fail twice in a row. So it's great that I have this new military routine. But of course, with client work and everything else, the routine might not be followed to the exact T on some days. So when that happens, the rule is that I need to review the entire structure again and execute the new program the next day with no delays. This is because if you fail more than twice in a row, you're more likely to fall off the bandwagon. And so, with the 47 roll-in challenge, what can I expect? Well, for one, this maximizes my results in the shortest amount of time, which is exactly what I need considering the fact that at the start of this challenge, I only have 47 days left to my competition. Number 2, this standardizes every single variable, so I basically remove the guesswork out. I'm just focused on execution, nothing more, nothing less. Number 3, this puts the goal within reach. Now, I could have easily said that the competition is 7 weeks away, but 7 weeks still sounds like a really long time, and I might rest on my laurels if that's the case. But putting it in terms of days, now that doesn't sound like a long time at all. 47 days is not a long time, and that means I only have 47 chances left to make things right. And finally, this allows me to optimize my productivity in both my bodybuilding and my career. And also recovery as well, considering I'm sleeping 9 hours every single night, but that's that. So that's it for the update for 7 weeks out. Yes, it's a pretty short update, but honestly speaking, my daily routine is pretty much consistent. There's nothing interesting going on. I know a lot of us like to have new interesting things happening to us every single day, but the truth of the matter is the boring stuff is what works. Most of us will see the end result, the finished product, the athletes standing on stage competing against other athletes under the shining lights. But the reality behind it is the work that people don't see. The monotonous routines of cooking your meals every single day, doing your cardio, your posing practice, your training, and trying to do it all perfect and consistently. That is what brings the results that you see at the end of the day. And we're just gonna focus on execution, nothing more, nothing less. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this kind of a video, do leave a like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you have any suggestions at all in terms of what kind of videos you want to see, do leave them down in the comment section below. I'll be happy to consider them and maybe you'll see it in the next video. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm signing off right now.